Hello everybody, it was on this day in 1596 that René Descartes was born. Descartes was the French mathematician and philosopher who came up with the phrase, "I think, therefore I am." His idea was that in order to find out what was really certain in life, you had to chop away at everything about which there was any doubt. And eventually, as he chopped away at all those things about which there was any doubt, he came back with the only answer he could, which was the only thing he was absolutely sure of, it was that he was thinking about what was doubtful. He couldn't even, he felt, trust the physical feelings, perceptions that we have, because there's a gap of communication between that perception and the mind. And so in the end it came down just to what you're thinking. That's the only thing, the fact that you're thinking, that's the only thing you can be absolutely sure of. It seemed to me that doubt sometimes gets a bad press, and I think it's an enormously valuable approach to life. To be somewhat skeptical. We've kind of got used to it a little bit in terms of social media and things like that, where we now realise that you can't take anything at face value. You've got to be just a little bit aware that you might be being dealt fake news. But it's true of all sorts of things in life that it's as well to check that you can be sure not only that something is true, but also that something is right. And we need to do that thinking for ourselves, not always to take other people's word for it. And I think it is that thinking that makes us who we are, makes us unique, makes us special, because we've made the decisions about what is right and what is true for ourselves based on our own experience and our own knowledge. And I think that there are times, of course, when we have to take things on trust. And if we really checked absolutely everything out before we put our faith in it, we would be exhausted and not do much else. But as a general principle, I think it's important to have that kind of slightly cynical, slightly suspicious attitude to all sorts of things. Not in any aggressive way, but just to be absolutely sure that if we're going along with an idea, if we're participating in a project, if we're having a conversation, that we are happy ourselves, that our thinking leads us to believe that what's being said or done is right and true. It's a challenge, but I think it's one that Descartes gives us today, and one that I'm going to try and pursue.